Hey everyone, welcome back to another video of Project Nuke City. I probably did not say it correctly as usual, but welcome back. We're going to be working on, or I guess today and this week, I'm working on the overall just the main section of Jamestown. I'm, just setting things up, and you might hear that there's a little kitten in my room. I have a kitten now. I'm happy about it. But yeah, I'll try hopefully make a video about him because I really want to. But for now, we got to worry about Nuke City and how it's going. And well, it's going good. I've just been, overall just working on this. I'm just thinking about getting the next super mall, like not super mall, like a shopping corner section, or I don't know what it's like. I have no idea what the entire thing is I'm trying to say, but I'm just trying to set up this, or just get some road down first, because I want to get like this. If I don't have a picture of it, but like if you seen earlier, I had made this like consumer mall section, or I don't know, consumer store, like I don't know thing. I want to have like something like that for each corner of the this street crossing, which I have been naming some people, which I hopefully remember to shout them out, you know, for where I call it. But anyways, so far, I'm just gonna be adding, just making some normal, just adding some terrain to it, just getting basic thing down. I do jump from one thing to another. It's just how I work. It's just for me, it's much more easier to not just concentrate on one thing, because it does make me, it just tires me out when I do that type of stuff. So yeah, yeah, that's what I'll be doing here. Of course, I'm going to be like, eh, change like a lot of things up. I want to actually just get done with like the actual main section of Jamestown, like this little like consumer section of Jamestown. I just want to get that done first, because that's kind of going to be somewhat a main part of the world. Of course, I haven't really worked on the actual beginning area, where Little Lizard High School is, and um, it's like Midnight Middle School, I believe. I believe so. I remember it. But yeah, that's something I need to fully work on, which that means plenty of houses I gotta work on and roads. I'm not the most excited about that. Also, like, subscribe, spread the channel. Spread it, tell your friends, or try and get this done. Of course, it will take way long time. I still would like to have other people to help me with this, because it is. I only get like five. I'm like trying to put like 5 hours into this each week, and I know 5 hours is not really that much. I was gonna do 10, but I don't really have the time at the moment. Say time, the freaking rendering time of each of them is gonna be annoying. And it would be nice to have someone else doing the freaking rendering stuff, because I probably say my rendering sucks a lot. It's going to take a while for certain things to actually go on through. But I hope, you know, I can, satisfy you guys with like my progress and all of that. After I decided I wanted to fix on this section next to the pizzeria and the Toasty Bun Bakery, I didn't really like that strip of just nice flat land. I kind of want to add like a ditch I did on the other side of the highway. So I'm like, okay, you know what? We can probably fix that, because it's not exactly interesting at the moment. And I would like to have like some terrain, and like I will be fixing some terrain up, because terrain is important to the world. It makes it less like a flat land, flat world. It does help a lot with certain things. But I'm gonna be making this ditch because I only been recently I only been making just hills and stuff like that. Instead, I think maybe I should just start working on some ditches for a while because I haven't done that for a long time lately. So yeah, I'm gonna be making this big ditch between like the sign and almost to the edge of that hill. That's what I'm planning to do, or that what I did overall. But everything went out good. It's decent. I actually do like it. Of course, we are nowhere near done with this thing. We have lots and lots of stuff we got to do here. And now we're making a smaller hill in that section because as much as I like flatland, there it's I would prefer having like some actual like um making that smaller hill, just a small one block up. Nothing too big, nothing too much. And right here I'm going to be adding some grass, and this grass will go through a lot of changes. But for now I'm just adding just grass, going to be like just where the section was because I haven't added those trees yet, and those are something we'll be planning to do later on. And then over here I'm going to start to make some new trees. I'll be making so far 2 trees in this scene. I do make out the rest of the trees, build them, but for now I'm going to be building these 2 small trees. One is just going to be a normal tree that I want to design, and the next one will be a much more bigger tree, which will be removed, or is going to be basically removed in the next scene because I realize is that it doesn't fit in. And something else with trees is that I plan to make new trees because all my trees have been so far basic and they've always been like almost all the same, even from my first trees to these newer trees. So I want to basically make some new trees, and when I mean new trees, I actually went took some pictures of trees, different ones, and I was like, okay, yeah, I want to try to make some of these. So I don't know, maybe next video I'll probably make like a little like area where I'm just making different designs of trees because I try to go and design different trees, but for some reason I feel like they're mostly the same in some ways. So hopefully this will come out different and be more satisfying. And I'm also going to look at some bushes, some vines, and look at like how you find trees on the side of the wall of railroad tracks and roads, how they're just covered in this vegetation. Because if you didn't see the last video, I'm making a almost like a shunting yard for some trains, and I want to have like a tree and some type of vegetation just blocking the main line to the shunting yard. And I need to look at some more stuff like that because it's not the best, and I still need to do like a lot of work with it. Let's see, I'm just working on this main tree, just getting just trying to figure out the main shape I want to go with. And again, this just feels more like a normal tree I always make, just bigger scale, more leaves, more wood, more fence, more everything. And to me, it doesn't feel too unique. Like, yeah, I don't know if it's the biggest tree ever made, but again, it doesn't feel too unique as I seem like real life trees being more unique. It's that there's like different variations of trees, and I want to like try some of that. Later in the next scene, you see me just actually removing the tree because, again, it just doesn't feel right. And I moved it to near the baseball stadium and see if I can just replace it. And then I decided that, okay, you know what? I look at the other side of this road, and I'm thinking, you know, I think it's like Cat Boy, 27th Street, I don't know. But anyway, I look at the other side of the road, and I really look at the one next to the soon-to-be, or, you know, the upcoming gas station, and I realize all those trees are not really that cluttered around. Like, this isn't really supposed to be a forest, so I removed some trees, or placement where we're gonna have some trees, and decided I want to be like starting with some birch trees first, cause why not? And again, I also probably need to do like some research on birch trees, cause I probably just need to design some better birch trees, cause they're each are unique, and I think there's like different like I later search up some pictures and they were like different ways. So like I want to hopefully go through and try to make some new birch trees because why not? It's just something I want to actually do. Better vegetations and tree designing. So yeah, so I'm just going to work on all these trees and nothing really much more. I come back from after just designing those birch trees. I decided that okay, it's time to design these oak trees. Again, their designs are nowhere near different because I haven't really done anything yet. It's funny because I believe this clip and the last clip might, or at least the last how to say it, clips. I don't know. The rest of the clips that are in these video files came from after I went to back to Round Rock, but oh well, it doesn't matter. But so hopefully I'll be making some new trees as these are kind of so in a hurry. And then as you see, I'm going to be adding some grass around the areas I actually already designed trees because I would like to just get at least something that looks good enough. And this will all like once again I will be changing up the grass because. But besides removing all the tall grass, there's stuff I want to do, which will come up later in the video. But just once again, just clearing up around, changing the grass because the grass does help, and I do like the grass a lot. It helps make something like it makes it like feel more lively with all that grass because I know the grass block is good, but like the grass with it looks way better, and it is something that makes me very, very pleased with the grass. So you remember when I was talking about how I was looking at this side of the tree or area and like I felt there was less trees. Well, I looked back again, I was like, I probably could remove some of the trees, and so I decided to remove some of the trees because the thing is, if I was like remembering correctly, there's not really a lot of trees in these areas because the trees do block the view of the stores and shops, and I would rather have some. Yeah, like yes, there are probably some that actually have like a lot of trees like this, but I want for this time to actually have like less trees and just overall just move somewhere else. So each of these trees I'm moving goes to some location which I can't really remember where they go. I don't think they go too far. Some goes to the other side, or I don't know. They're all somewhere. They go somewhere and they're having fun, and they're just being trees. So yeah, I'm basically just moving the trees. So I didn't really want to destroy them because I was like, I worked so hard on these trees. Probably not really. It's like maybe like 20 minutes on them, but you know, each of the trees are in, you know, custom design, and I literally like each of them. So I decided I just want to move them somewhere else. So after design moving those trees, I went to this giant field right next to the first gas station I ever made, and I decided that I wanted to add just well redesign some of the terrain, extend it a bit more because why not? And I don't know why I haven't, but I did not decide to add any trees to the side, which I don't know. Maybe just I didn't feel like adding any. Um, like I really don't know. Just it didn't come to my mind that I should add some trees. Just I decided not to. So I then start coming and adding some grass. This was something that I decided like okay, it's time to probably add the grass. And what I like about this is just the giant field that I can have for this grass because the terrain does help a lot when it comes to the grass, and it is something that helps me a lot with this. Like it just makes the picture better. Of course, it's not exactly perfect in Monster 1, you have the tall grass too, and 2, I don't really like how all those flowers are kind of spread out. And something we'll be doing for the rest of the video is going to be going through and kind of get rid of those flowers and kind of placing the flowers themselves because I just didn't really like having the flowers just placed like randomly because it just looks just yeah, flowers are somewhat spaced randomly, but this is supposed to next to like supposed to be almost like not exactly like supposed to be organized. So I was like, okay, you know what? Well, I like little patches of grass, of flowers around, and make it look more different. Of course, can't see what the end of the ditch because the camera did not reach over there. Same time, I like really want to actually add like the camera like swing over there and swing back. But so I decided to add different shades of um, shades of. I decided to add different flowers because I thought it would be like a good idea to actually try to do something different than just blue roses. There's poppies and dandelions. I want to add like something different and make your eyes pop out on it. And I'll be honest, this is probably gonna be like the best um, the better side I have done for it for the cross point for each of the I don't know say, but this is probably the better probably the best side I've actually done. Better or best, I don't know. Just I enjoyed it. It looks way better than anything else I could have done. So yeah, I plan to of course fix the other ones because there are slightly issues for each of them, as I will talk about once we get to the clips. So I start working on the other side of the road, and first thing I do is clear up those flowers, and then I just wanted to clear those flowers out because again I didn't really like having them just two colors just spotted around, and I decided to just add like different flowers and just make them to like coarse patches. As you see, I can I put some of the flower patches together or next to each other because I think sometimes you find those. There are some solo ones, but I decided I want to try to like make them a bit more different. Now I'll be very honest with this one. I don't truly like it, as I might want to remove some of the flowers or make the flower patches smaller because it's just overall just a lot in one small corner or area. And then I started to think, okay, I want to actually make this hill a bit smaller. I believe it's the tallest hill we have, and again, I don't truly like having that tall hill, especially near this section of the where I call it. So I decided to remove some of the hill, the first top layer, and make the other one smaller. And then I decided to once again work on those plants and just remove some of those flowers and add some custom one. And for this side, I decided that what I want to fix, as overall it's just going to be probably, I decided I want to add like some plants, some flowers just naturally just growing around, like not within like any patches, which I don't know if I really like. Maybe those trees are in the way or those patches are too big. Again, I don't really know. Just yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys for the next video. Stay tuned, continue watching these videos, and until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.